Hey guys, Ike here from ArcheryTalk.com. I'm here today to do a review on the Full Moon Nock from Hunting Revolution. This is a lighted nock for your crossbow, and as you can see, it is a moon nock. And there are a couple different kinds of nocks for crossbows if you guys aren't familiar. You got a moon nock and you've got a flat nock. So this is a moon-shaped nock, which means it just has the divot in it in the middle. So this is a pretty cool little product, pretty easy on, pretty easy off. Pretty easy installation. I'll show you real quick. I've got a crossbow bolt here, and I like to use just a set of knocking pliers, just these red handled knocking pliers. All you got to do to get this set up is to remove your old nock. Hopefully it ain't glued in, and insert your new one, your lighted nock. And now you're going to orient it to where your cock feather's down and your string's going to come into it. And that's pretty much it for the installation. So this battery is replaceable. To replace this battery, all you have to do is hold the nock, pull the battery out, and when you get your new one, you just got to put it right in there. So easy installation, easy battery replacement, setups, you know, just like that. That's all there is to the setup. When this is fired out of your crossbow, it's going to depress and it's going to light it up. So that's, you know, pretty simple, pretty foolproof. And when you want to turn it off, all you got to do is pull it to turn it off. It is a little bit stiff when it comes to turning it off. You can see I grabbed the bottom of it and pulled, but I like that in a lighted nock. I don't like a lighted nock that can just be bumped and just be nudged and it can move. I like a lighted nock that's pretty stiff. I don't want to have to work to turn that thing off, because when I shoot a deer, this thing's going to go God knows where and hit I don't know what, and I don't want this thing to go through and hit the ground and turn off. I want this thing to stay on so I can find it. So it's a little bit stiff, but easy on, just like that. It depresses and it turns on, and it's nice and bright. And to turn it off, all you got to do is grab hold of the base and pull, just like that. So very simple product, very easy product, very effective product, which is something that I really like. Like I said, easy on, off, easy to operate, larger, long-lasting battery. That battery in there is quite a bit bigger than some of the batteries that I've seen on the other ones. Replaceable battery, that's important, because it doesn't do you much good to buy one of these if the battery goes dead and you can't replace it. Over 120 hours of illumination, so that's nice as well for when you have to let a deer sit overnight, or you can't find this thing. You shoot one in the morning and you can't find this thing or something like that. So made in the USA, which is something that I like as well. You know, guys know I love products made in the USA. So a lot of guys test these lighted nocks out in the dark at night. Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to see most lighted nocks in the dark. I like to test them out in the daytime because that is bright. I'm telling you right now, I'm in a well-lit shop, a sort of well-lit shop. I've got two big doors over here that are wide open, and they're bringing in all kinds of sunlight. I've got lighting behind me, I've got lighting above me, and this thing is bright as can be. It really does show up really well. So you know, a lot of guys test them in the dark, but I like testing them in the daytime, because if I can't see this thing in the daytime, it doesn't do me much good, because half of my hunting is done in the morning, and when I make that shot, this is going to be sitting out there in the daylight, not in the dark. So it's nice to be able to see it in the dark, but I prefer to be able to see it, test it during daylight hours. So excuse me, I'm going to step back here with my crossbow, and we're just going to fire a couple of these and see how well they work, and show you guys what they look like in the daylight. Okay, so you can see there, worked just fine. I shot this thing more than just once. I shot this thing several times. I never had any kind of trouble with this thing. And like I said, I like to shoot it in the daylight. That thing looked great in the daylight as it's sitting right here. You know, it looks pretty good. It shows up nice in the target, which my target's a little bit in the shadows, but not much different than what you're going to encounter in the woods. Showed up fine. From 20 yards back there, I could see where the lighted nock was. I could see it just fine and had no problems, and that was even against that blaze orange. It still stood out. So it wasn't shooting into something black or something dark, but even shooting into that blaze orange, it still stood out pretty well. So I really like these nocks. I think they do a fantastic job, and I think a lighted nock gives you a ton of advantage when it comes to deer hunting, because if you know where you hit, you know how to pursue that deer, and if you know how to pursue that deer, you stand a whole lot better chance of finding that thing. So for more information on this and the other products made by Hunting Revolution, be sure to check out their website, huntingrevolution.com. For more product reviews and the best archery forum on the internet, check us out at ArcheryTalk.com. Appreciate you guys watching.